Oh, hi everybody. Just another day of me wanting to share some thoughts because I came across an individual, a friend of mine, and she. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get too uh, personal, but in identifying the individual, but I kind of realized something that made me think about our actions as adults, and when I say actions as adults, I mean parents. I am a parent, so I can speak to this, and I'm talking to people that are older than me as well and younger, but I think the younger version of me as a parent, they kind of get it and they understand. You want to take on the responsibility of being a parent or adopting a kid or being a step parent, you're gonna own it, right? I mean, I was raised that way, at least. And have I dealt with my issues? Yes, I have. Have I dealt with concerns that my daughter or stepkids bring up to me? Of course they do. I have. I'm sorry, but it's not fair to make them the reason to turn my back on them or make them feel like they're the reason I need to turn my back on them. And so I'm talking about kids as far as I'm concerned, but I'm talking to the older parents who have adults as kids at this point, and they've turned their back on them for whatever reason. And the reason that I'm kind of focusing on right now is maybe finding out something that you weren't aware of or surprised you, caught you by surprise, and then deciding to turn your back on your child for that reason. And mind you, 30, 40 years in the making, let's say, you've raised this kid as your own, and if you found out something that you were not in agreement with, or they behaved in a way that you're not in agreement with, you need to understand you're a parent. Your job is to help guide them in the right direction. Give them the support. Don't listen to anybody else. You know your child. Nobody else needs to convince you otherwise. And I talk to all ages when I say this, but mostly I want to address the older generation, that you need to understand nobody's perfect. And if you can't agree with what so and so is doing or did or living their life, then it's up to you to step in and do what you need to do as the parent and not take nobody's advice, because you're the parent. Your child should be able to look up to you and respect your input on what's going on. The example that I'm talking about, it pretty much hit me hard because I don't get it. The individual I'm speaking of, I saw posts. It came up on my page, and this individual spoke highly of their parent, and it was a lot of respect there on the son-daughter's behalf. I'm sorry, I don't want to be specific. It was a lot of respect on their part towards the parent, and you can, in the message, even though you're just reading it, you can feel how much love he or she felt towards the mom or dad. And to know that the dad has, or the mom and dad, goodness gracious, their mom and dad has nothing, or is not even involved in the child's life at this point, it's sad and disappointing, because you're supposed to be setting the example. You're the role model, and other people may look at this situation and say, how's your daughter, how's your son doing? and oh, I don't talk to him or her anymore. Why is it easy for you to say why you don't speak to them? Are you bad mouthing your kid? Are you making it seem like they are the screw up? Or are you taking responsibility and saying I screwed up? And if you're taking responsibility by saying I screwed up, my expectation, I'm sorry, I'm nobody for you to listen to me, but my expectation is for you to face your child and say, I messed up and I'm sorry. I love you. I've loved you since you were a child. Whatever the case was, you were there for this child. Whatever gave you the courage, I want to say, no, it's not even courage. The mindset to just turn your back on this individual and not even be considered in their life anymore, it doesn't rub me the right way at all. And mind you, this individual has siblings, and with the same parent. Does that sibling fight for his or her brother or sister? It doesn't seem like it. But at the same time, there's no way you can convince me that what's happening in that situation is right at all. Nothing is right. So I am no specialist. I am no professional in behaviorism, but as a parent, I can speak as a parent. My job is to raise my child and help guide her, who's my daughter, in the right direction. And if she screws up, she's gonna screw up. I don't expect her to be perfect. She needs to learn from her mistakes, and she will learn from her mistakes. That's expected. Now, you made the same mistake twice. It's not a mistake anymore. It's a choice. And that's the conversation you need to have, and let them know that what you're doing is you're choosing to live this life or act this way. Mistakes happen. But at the same time, it's not for us to treat our family as if they're a temporary solution. They're not temporary. Family is supposed to be permanent. Period. Whether it's stepkids, adopted kids, biological kids, whatever the case is, that's permanent. I get it. Friends can be temporary, yes. That's just the honest truth. But family shouldn't be temporary. We shouldn't treat our family like they're temporary. You watching this video should not be treated as if you're a temporary solution. Not even a solution. A temporary involvement in our lives. Whether sister, brother, mom, dad, cousin, whatever the case is. Family is permanent. Regardless of how long you've been at a distance, there's no hate involved. But at the same time, I get it, we have to live our lives. But when it comes to parent-child, that's not a temporary thing, and should never be a temporary thing. Remember, as a parent, you decided to raise this child. Even if they're an adult now, it's not for you to say, they're old enough to know what they're doing wrong. Even I can tell you right now, I can learn from people younger than me, and I have, and I'll be honest to admit and proud to admit, young people have taught me lessons that I learned that I didn't think of, but they were able to put into perspective for me, and I've learned a lot from my daughter. So you as a parent, I can almost guarantee you can learn a lot from your child, even though you're the older one, and you expect to be respected. I mean, the disrespect will come. Will it cause you to hate them? Probably. But it's not for you to hate. It's for you to understand and help them get through it. Don't turn your back on them. They love you more than you think you know. So appreciate them. And with that, I say goodbye and thank you. Love you all.